Alright, well, let's talk about Leprechaun Origins. Now, this was a co-production between Lionsgate and WWE Films. And WWE Films, they did a thing where they had one of their wrestlers go in there and... so my voice is a little... I just woke up like a half hour ago. So, and one of the wrestlers go in there as the lead. Most of the films have that. There's some films that don't have them at all, like Oculus. But this particular film had their wrestler. It was announced that Hornswoggle, you know who that is, was going to play the Leprechaun in this movie. I was like, you know what? I think he could do a good job of continuing what Warwick Davis did. I mean, I think he does. I mean, most of his character in wrestling was mostly but at that point they had done this thing where Santa Claus gave him the power to talk. Yes, this was on a wrestling show, but so he was talking normal, and I think he might have been able to do a good job if they had decided to continue with the Leprechaun being the way he was, like Warwick Davis, like that one and that one. But they decided, no, we're going to make this more of a creature feature. It takes place in Ireland, which is like the first time in any of the Leprechaun movies takes place in Ireland, so there's that. And it follows these four friends who are going on a vacation, and they end up finding a leprechaun. Now, first and foremost, Brendan Fletcher, who you may know from Freddy vs. Jason, he's in this. And he's one of the best, actors in this. Character is okay. And we got Teach Grant. I think it's Teach Grant. I always confuse Teach Grant and Treat Williams. I think it is just Teach Grant. And then another actor from Freddy vs. Jason. He was the police chief. And now he plays Hamish in this. And then Grant plays his son, Sean. I like the character of Sean. He's very conflicted. It turns out these people of Ireland found a mine full of gold that belonged to leprechauns, and they took it all. Because they did that, they now owe the leprechauns a sacrifice. And so they sacrifice tourists mostly. And Sean's not into this. He doesn't want to be a part of it, and eventually he relents against his dad, which ends up getting his dad killed by a leprechaun. But the leprechaun in this, most of the shots are this weird goldish POV shots. It's all blurry. It's like Predator, but gold. And it's most of the shots until mostly through the film you finally get to see a leprechaun, and it's like, what? No. Remember, I was excited for this. I rented it from Family Video because I couldn't wait to buy it. So I rented it, I popped it in, and I'm like, what is this? Even that trailer, I've ever seen the trailer they were advertising on WWE programming, and I was just like, this isn't Leprechaun, what is this? And there's a behind the scenes featurette that shows Hornswoggle in the costume, because I'm like, oh, maybe they didn't use Hornswoggle. It's in the credits, he's in there. I'm like, how is that Hornswoggle? They put him in this costume that he had to operate. And it's just like, what is this? This is not Leprechaun. I understand you're trying to reboot a franchise, but this is not how you do it. Some would say this isn't even in the other Leprechaun movies because it's, well, one, this thing has a budget. And you can tell by the beautiful, which is one of the only positive thing about this movie, the beautiful shots of Ireland in the opening of this film. And when we get our somewhat exposition where there's just two people running, and one of them leaves a knife behind, which that comes into play in the finale. No problems with that though. And both of them get killed trying to get to this rock. So yeah, and they're locked in this house, and they eventually find their way out of the house. And then they end up back in the house like 2 or 3 times more. And they decide to set up a trap for the leprechaun. They're gonna push the leprechaun through. They're gonna have one of them, their friend, who cares? Brendan Fletcher's girlfriend in the movie. After he gets violently murdered by the Leprechaun, they decide to set up a trap, and they have his girlfriend be on one side, push him over into the house, and they're going to chop his head off. Well, Leprechaun gets an advantage and pushes her through, and they fucking chop her head. It's like, remember that being the only thing? I was like, oh, ooh, whoa. Yeah, it's one of the things I like about this movie, that the whole, it's a twist in a way that they just killed her. Oh, okay. The main character's boyfriend is a dick. And he's a dick to the whole movie, even to the point where he leaves her while they're running. Eventually, he takes it. He gets killed by the Leprechaun. And she decides to run through the woods. And she's running exactly where those other people were. And she falls down, but she grabs the blade, cuts Leprechaun's head off, runs past this statue, which is supposed to protect them from leprechauns, I guess. Okay. Like, it keeps leprechauns on that side where the village is, I guess. I don't know. So it basically explains why there's not leprechauns everywhere. It just, there's like a barrier after that little statue. It's, other than the performances from Teach Grant, the main character actress, whose name I don't know, did it say on the back of this? There's no cast on this. Just Dylan Postal. Even I can't even give the, like in all the other previous movies, I gave it to the Leprechaun for like, he was, this not even a Leprechaun. Okay. Even when I first saw this, I said, why would you try to redo Leprechaun if you're not going to do it the way it's supposed to be? And they had planned a 3-film deal, which now is not going to happen because one, this movie tanked hard, it sucked. It does suck. And two, Hornswoggle was not even with WWE anymore. So, I don't know how that would work. But overall, this movie is a cash grab. You know, they basically tried to capitalize on the Leprechaun franchise by name only. So it's nothing to do with previous films other than Ireland and supposedly Leprechaun. This is like a Leprechaun looks like a little feral beast. It's terrible. Is it worse? But the question is it worse than Leprechaun in the Hood? No. It gets a 5. Because at least it has Brendan Fletcher, Brendan Fletcher, Teach Grant, and the main character are good actors. Even the guy who plays Hamish. He's been in a lot of things. He's a good actor. And it's a decent idea to go by, but no. It's a 5. So, what are your thoughts on Leprechaun Origins? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Didn't get a chance to do my last Power Rangers video. I'll do it sometime today. And, no more Leprechaun. Here's my little schedule. Leprechaun returns this tomorrow. And then a Leprechaun ranking on Tuesday, which is St. Patrick's Day. So look for those. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.